everybody. Welcome back to Sarah's Table. Pew, pew, pew. Finger guns. Listen, it's the first show of October, Halloween season. And I think everybody who watches the show at all regularly knows that I'm not like the hugest fan of being scared and doing horror-y stuff. But I have decided that if we are going to do horror for this kind of spooky season, that I would like it to be very productive and pointed horror. And so today we are playing a game called Eat the Reich. It is by Grant Howitt and Will Kirkby. I'm just going to give you the little 3-sentence intro to it so everybody knows what we're getting into. The year is 1943. Europe is in flames. You are a unit of crack vampire commandos with a single objective: drink all of Adolf Hitler's blood and fatally destabilize the Nazi war machine. Because I feel like if you're gonna be scary, you should also be killing Nazis. Feels correct to me. Hi, I'm Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to be your host today and your games master, which is what it is called in this particular thing because they're very British. Going to be your games master. I'm going to be your favorite person. I'm going to remind you to have a sip of water because I don't know about where you are, but where I am, it's 88 degrees. So let's have a sip. I bet you're dehydrated. I have assembled this crack vampire commando squad by doing the thing I always do, which is sending them a link in their inbox and telling them to click it. Be surprised how easy that is. I'm going to go around the table. I'm going to have look at that. I'm going to start with Matt. Look at that face. Who are you?
I was going to say,
how'd you get here?
I clicked a link. I thought I was helping some prince from a foreign country, reclaim their throne. But here I am instead.
I mean, this is how he's getting his throne back, I think.
Exactly. By killing the Nazis. Love it.
Mm-hmm. Who are you?
Who am I? I am the Playmat. I'm a professional game master, Twitch streamer, world builder, and actor based out of Toronto, Canada. You can find me at twitch.tv/theplaymat where I stream. Yeah.
It's true. How did you end up here, aside from clicking the link? How did you find yourself on Sarah's Table?
You emotionally devastate me bi-weekly at Thirsty Sword Lesbians over Winter's Tales. Yeah. And I want more.
So much crying. Probably less crying today.
Yeah. I stocked back up on Kleenexes because the Sarah game is water for the thirstiness and Kleenexes for the tears.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Yay.
All right. What about you, Mal? Who are you? Dig deep. Who are you?
Hi. That will cause an existential crisis if we go too far into that. Hi, I'm Mallorie. I am a producer of TTRPGs. I write, I play, I GM, I do all the things, and then I also work in community, a community engagement and sponsorship stuff for other channels. And I run Homebrews and Homebodies. I produce over there and game master and do all the things. And I trust Sarah more with my life, which is why when I got a mysterious link in my inbox that just had her initials under it, I clicked the thing, and then all of a sudden I was here with wonderful people.
Oh no. Christian, round us out.
Yes. Hello. My name is Christian Stokes. I am a professional game master. I run a company called Rough Magic, which is a collection of professional game masters that runs events all over Chicagoland and beyond that. I just want to kill some Nazis. That's why I'm here.
Hi, I heard there was Nazi killing here. I heard
there might be some Nazi killing.
I heard there was some aggressively anti-fascist behavior coming right here in this stream.
Yeah. And I thought, you know what? That's where I should be.
There is a note in this game that says we understand that this game might not be for everybody, but if the reason it's not for you is because you're not anti-Nazi, then you should really just get out. Like, this is, we're a proponent of like kicking your ass. If you are a
Step on a
Nazi.
rake. Yeah.
Just gonna get him. Hey, with that in mind, let's do a quick safety discussion. And by quick, I mean more extensive than what we normally do. They have a thing in this game called the Evil Calibration Checklist. There are 4 degrees of bad behavior, and we can scoot these around if we would like, or get rid of some of them. So the evil inherent to the setting, which we will engage with, but never question or interrogate. So this is stuff that's going to just happen, and we can discuss any of them if you feel like, oh no, maybe it's too much, but here's what's going to happen in this game. Vampires drinking human blood to survive. Everybody cool? Killing Nazis. Enjoying the killing of the Nazis. Still good. Still loving it. Property destruction. Still good. So also killing Nazis, not just killing them, but in over-the-top, ultra-violent, even, dare we say, cartoonish ways. This kind of assumes that you're going to do this last one, but nothing actually breaks if you don't stab someone regular type instead of killing them in some extraordinarily gory manner. So just like slapping somebody, not going to do it. Slapping their head off, going to do it.
Cool.
All right. Evil, which we will engage with, but which may be a point of conflict between our characters. Europeans making snarky comments about other European cultures. Let's chat about that. How do we feel?
I'm French Canadian, so I by default love making fun of Parisians. With the rest of people outside of Paris and France, we all kind of gather to make fun of how silly
Paris is. To make fun of the Parisians. Sure. Yeah. Like, how is everybody kind of cool with that? We can take that off the table entirely if it's just like,
I'm good.
Everybody's good.
I'm fine.
Okay, here's one that we should chat about. Helping or working with Nazis who say they are only Nazis under coercion or threat. You may run into folk who are like, I'm just doing it because I have to.
It's a complex sociological thing.
It is.
It's a very complex sociological thing.
And we can take it out. If it's going to be like, if it's going to be harder for you to enjoy your Nazi killing, then all of them that we run into could just be, these are all the bad guys.
I mean, I like interpersonal nuance, so it's up to y'all. Yeah,
I'm okay.
Still good. Patriotic nationalism in the sense of classical nation states rather than white nationalism. Like, I am patriotic because I am a Frenchman, or I am patriotic because I am a German, or I am that sort of thing. Still good. Vampire exceptionalism, which means vampires acting like they are perhaps better than humans.
Ironic.
Drinking some of the blood of innocent people and consenting individuals. If you need a boost, sometimes you need a little snack.
I mean, if they say yes, we're cool.
So
with me.
Only with consent, unless it's a Nazi.
Oh yeah, Nazis, whatever we want. But like, I personally would probably be like, okay, you said yes, we're cool. Thanks. Okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, and with that in mind, the next item on the list is drinking all of the blood of Nazis. Yeah, super cool with that. Militarism. Okay. This is great because it's just other crimes. How do we feel about other crimes? Like, you're going to be doing some, like, theft. Like, obviously there's going to be property damage, but like stealing things. We've covered murder. That one's clearly happening.
I mean,
arson, perhaps burning things down. Like, is that everybody on board?
I think we all like raise our eyebrows in a very happy way for property damage, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what laws are anyways. They're just threats by this dominant socioeconomic clique.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for that reference. That was a great reference.
Capitalism.
I don't need to finish it. Yeah, Google it.
No.
Here's another question. Property destruction of cultural treasures, like the Arc de Triomphe, for example. Are we going to avoid that? Will these symbols stand?
Personally, I'm okay with it, especially in a colonialist nation. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so
as long
those
as
are
we're
the
not
ones
like in real life carving our names into the Coliseum, right? Like that's the difference.
Oh yeah, no, like as people,
Right,
no,
yeah.
as vampires,
As
let's-
vampires.
As vampires,
Bets are
killing
off.
Nazis, all bets off. Yeah.
Okay, so here's stuff that is going to be happening from NPCs, and you can let me know if any of these need to be taken out. Murdering innocents. Obviously, y'all are not going to be going out to intentionally murder innocents, but like these guys are. Still good? Fascism. Cruelty, including forms of violence unrelated to achieving your objectives, like torture. Torture is maybe a little iffy subject. Can the Nazis torture?
I'm okay with it because of the agency and power we have.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're going to be
Slap
dead
back.
Nazis very soon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, then I'm good.
Okay. Ableism, racism, sexism, queerphobia, religious intolerance.
I experience those a lot on like a daily basis. I think I'm okay without it, but
Okay.
I mean, everybody sort of knows there's an underlying current of like, we all know what the Nazis did to those who were other.
Yeah.
We don't have to bring any of it up at all for people to know what it was. There's a big thing in here that's like, don't make any of the Nazi like gestures. You don't need to describe in depth anything that they have done. Everybody knows it. So we can know that it has happened and we don't have to bring it up.
Our responsibility here isn't like historical accuracy, right?
Absolutely not.
Perfect,
I mean,
okay.
like,
sweet.
there's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
couple of things that are different than what actually happened in Paris in the 40s. The layout is a little bit different. You can like really get into the Eiffel Tower. There are vampires. You know, there's just like a couple of differences, just like a few.
Like super great.
Just love you. Also, Europeans making snarky comments about other European cultures, which cross over into punching down. Just sort of the same as the one above it a little bit, but a little bit more specific. So I don't know that we need to get into it too much. Any other violations of war crime statutes? I see a little faces being made.
I don't think I know what it means in terms of like this, like committing war crimes or witnessing.
So this is
war
all
crimes,
about,
right?
yeah, you would be witnessing
Cool. No, okay.
the war crimes. You could also potentially be witnessing violence against animals. I know that's a big one for a lot of people. Do we want to take that out?
No. As a vegan, I'm okay with it. It's fiction. Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't, Mal, yes?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Magical mind control.
That's fine.
Awesome. Blood libel.
What is that?
I'm glad we all tilted our head a
Everyone's
little
like,
bit, being like,
Nani?
blood libel. Let me just see. What do we got? It's a ritualistic murder.
good.
Sounds
Very
like more murder.
specifically like anti-Semitic ritualistic murder. So like, I think maybe we take that one out.
Yeah.
Let's not have that one
Yeah.
here.
Got enough flavors of murder, yeah.
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 Also, this
Like generic cult murder? Okay.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say ritualistic murder without that extra caveat for
Yeah.
sure. But once we have that, I'm good.
okay, cool. Also they made sure to say that like this is not at all a Holocaust story. So like we are not dealing with any of that in this story. This part of it is called Evil No One Does, Even Villains. Sexual assault, violence against children. Any item in the foregoing scale can also be veiled. So if any of these things that we have said, you're like, it can happen, but like, don't describe it kind of a thing, please let me know. Yeah. By default, saying slurs aloud and doing Roman salutes is veiled. If they happen, just say that some Nazi does it. Don't act it out. Don't worry. We'll not be yelling any slurs today. How horrific. Is there anything else, safety discussion wise? I mean, that was a lot, but is there anything that you would like to throw in? Like, it can even be, I've had people on the show before that are like, no, like, tooth trauma, please, or no fingernail trauma. Like, is there anything specific like that that you would like to? All right.
Like a group of GMs get pretty gross anyway. So I
It's-
think we're going to be toning it down for the
Yeah.
rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just like to know where the Nazis are and when I can start killing them.
Okay, well, let's find out who you are before we
There
do
we go.
that.
Okay.
Mhm.
So there are 6 characters, always pre-generated in this particular game. If anybody is going to be playing this, you have the choice of 6 that have been decked out, and they range from like the really classic idea of a vampire, which is like that like elegant, seductive kind of Widow's Peak vampire, to like a half man, half bat monstrosity that lives in a cave. What I would love to do, because I think you're all very capable, is I want each of you to roll me a D6. And then I'm going to give you your character.
Oh, I really wanted a French one. Roll well.
I mean, we always can play again. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
All right.
2.
2.
Cool.
Matt, you're going to be playing Nicole. Nicole has a bunch of guns. If someone likes guns, glorious self-destruction, or the linear applications of extreme violence to complex problems, you are going to love playing Nicole.
Her description on the Kickstarter says X French resistance. Let's freaking go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Hold on. Let me send you Nicole
Huh?
through our little thing so you can look at it in our Discord
Okay.
channel. Beep, 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 beep. 2. You are not her. You are this one. Send. Okay, I heard a 4. Who was 4? Christian. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're Chuck. Good-natured cowpoke. But, you eat corpses. Chuck usually is the joker in the group. He's incongruous and has plenty of opportunities to make light of situations. That actually feels like it might be needed.
Feels like it worked.
3, 4. Here is Chuck sending that along. And Mal.
I got a 1.
You're Irina. The poshest of all the characters, and probably the best dressed. You have some abilities and equipment which allow for interesting descriptions of magic, too. You get to be beautiful and elegant ruler of the night.
I love that for me.
I love that for you. I'm going to say, I don't know if this was the plan, but I feel like Irina looks a little bit like Lady Gaga.
Oh, she does. I'm in love. Oh, this is amazing. I'm digging the white hair.
We all have our delightful characters. We have our team, Irina, Nicole, Chuck, Oh my gosh. Okay. I just want to go over a quick rules review. We did sort of a little bit of one before we started the stream, but just for folks playing at home, it's a dice pool game. They have some stats on their character sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 stats. And the number next to it is going to be your dice pool. You are looking for 4s and 5s, which are single successes, or 6s, which are double successes. And next to those stats, you have equipment. If you are using your equipment in anything and you meet the requirement next to it. So let's see, who's this? Nicole. You got so many guns, my friend. If you want to use your submachine gun and you are flanking an enemy, that single plus in front of it means you get to add 1 dice to your dice pool.
Okay.
Every time you use one of your pieces of equipment, you check it off. And when you have used it up, you get rid of it. You don't have it anymore.
Okay.
But there's lots of loot in this game because you are consistently killing Nazis who have things on them. You also have some abilities on your character sheet. Special abilities. Those are activated. You can activate that if you roll a 6. If you choose to use that critical instead of like more damage, you can use it to activate one of your abilities. Does that feel good to everybody? Makes sense? Down at the bottom, you have an injury table. If I ever injure you, you're going to roll a d6 and you will check something on the corresponding number. So I'm looking at Nicole's right now. Still, it's up. If Matt rolls a 1 or a 2, they would be dazed. A 3 or 4 would be just a graze, and a 5 or 6 would be a hand injury. If you get to that second spot in each of those, there's a problem. It will mechanically cause a problem. But you can always heal by drinking 2 blood.
Perf.
And you can gain blood with successes. All right. That was a lot of information. It all came very fast, but I know everybody here is very impatient to kill some Nazis.
Oh.
I feel like we should just get started. Christian, roll me a d6 so I see where your drop zone is.
4.
4. Okie dokie. Do. Here we go. Da-da-da. All right, let's get your briefing. This book is so pretty. I just want to like hang out in it. The year is 1943. Europe is at war. Illuminated by the dull red lights of the bomber's hangar, Commander Slate paces back and forth on the steel plates of the plane's floor. The last 6 months have led us to this point. This is our final move. Your mission is to kill Adolf Hitler in his Zeppelin atop the Eiffel Tower. 3 reinforced steel boxes hang from the roof. From behind bulletproof glass in the lids, eyes stare forth with fierce determination. Your eyes. It's hot as hell down there, folks. Once you arrive, you'll be swarmed with Nazi scum until this is done and dusted. She walks over to a large lever mounted towards the front of the bomber. Godspeed and good luck. She salutes the drop coffins, throws the lever, the hatches open, and you plummet from the plane towards the lights of Paris at dusk. Each coffin slams into the ground at terminal velocity, your bodies flying apart, liquefied. She knew this was coming. And luckily for you, the nuns from Our Lady of Perpetual Pain. Infuse the coffins with their blood, which is the most healing of all blood.
Yeah.
It's the good stuff. Nun's blood. It's good stuff. It leaks out of the pockets in the coffin, gets all over you and stitches you back together so you can rip out of this coffin. Start killing some Nazis. Let me tell you where you are, my friends. You're at the Hotel L'Etoile. Beep, beep, beep. You're on page 49. Don't tell anybody. Okay. It's a very fancy hotel that caters to the families of visiting dignitaries. You have crashed through the ceiling into the lobby. In fact, one of the last functional grand pianos in Paris takes pride of place in the 6-story bar. You will be able to see it when you claw your way out. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 of you will be able to see it. Yeah. Arena crashed right into the piano. Just right into it.
Oops.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I would like you each to introduce your character like this is a film and you get your hero shot. I want you to rip out of that coffin and describe to us what we see. And I'm going to start with our friend who has smashed into the piano.
Cool.
Tell me about Arena.
I think as you see the coffin come down on top of this beautiful piano, she busts the lid open, sits up, and seems in expression and in posture very unscathed, but her suit that she wears is got like some wooden splinters on it. Her hair does too, and her hair is just a bit messed up, which she very quickly smooths down because her hair is her pride and joy, essentially. Her lipstick is a bit smeared, which she sort of fixes. She wears bright red lipstick, just for the sake of if she would have some blood out in a public space, it's a little harder to notice.
Sure.
But she very quickly pushes herself up off of out of the coffin, dusts off her suit, and just sort of steps over the remnants of piano like they're not even there. She could not care less that she has just destroyed this. In her mind, if anybody would truly complain, she'll just pay for another one. It doesn't really matter.
Who needs it? All right. What about Chuck?
Chuck slowly and surely lifts himself out of the coffin. Cowboy hat gets pulled off and shaken, brushed off as dust and rubble go flying off of it, and the hat goes back on. He slowly looks around for a bit, kind of taking in his surroundings before he says, like, say la vie.
Oh no. He's Brad Pitt from Inglourious Basterds, isn't he?
Yeah.
Buongiorno.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. All right. What about Nicole?
You just like the coffin lands like bottom into the ground, standing straight up, and a moment you just hear like a and a parade of bullets as like carving through the top of it. She kind of elbows both the sides as the coffin like falls down. You see this wonderful scarred French woman with a beret, and a cigarette hanging out of her mouth. She's got just bullets all around her. Like you can't even see her Second World War French uniform that just has like a bunch of pins. She's got an ashtray as a pauldron on her shoulder that she kind of just lets some of the ash fall down, and she's loaded with guns everywhere. And of course she has bangs because she's French.
Gotta have bangs.
Yeah.
She's gotta have bangs.
Yeah. And she looks around, she's like, well, I think it is time to have a little snack, yes?
Your objective for this scene, my friends, is to make a suitable entrance. However you choose to do that. It's going to cost you 8 successes between the 3 of you. And you all come out just looking majestic and pretty terrifying, honestly. Arena, there was somebody playing the piano when you like smashed into it. He was like, oh, like his fingers are still going, like he's playing, but he's not quite there. There are, as luck would have it, just a group of Nazis sitting, having a drink in the bar. So, turn order means that I get to pick one of you to go first. And then you pick who goes next amongst you. Once all of you have gone, then the Nazis get a turn. All right. I feel like because Nicole shot her way out of her coffin that perhaps maybe she would like to go first.
Absolutely. She's going to pull out a firebomb and just light it with her cigarette and toss it right at the bar.
Oh, okay.
Garden Shrub, let's go.
Yeah.
Welcome to Paris. All right. Well, that feels like a brawl to me, since it is a firebomb versus a guns. You're not shooting it, right? You're throwing it. And you're using one of your firebombs,
Absolutely.
your equipment.
Yep.
All right. So, I mean, I think a bar qualifies as a fire trap. It's a lot of flammable liquid and like not a lot of ways out. So you get to add 2 dice to your pool. So that gives you a dice pool of 4, I believe.
Sweet.
All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's see what happens.
Do I do individual or is it like the total?
The totals, but you can tell me individually what you, I'm sorry, the numbers individually. Tell me what those are.
Perfect. 6, 6, 4, 3.
So that's 6 both count as 2 successes.
Okay.
And then the 4 counts as 1 success. So you have what you can do to allocate. Although they're Nazis, so they do get to roll against you. Let me just beep, beep, beep. They're pretty surprised. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. They didn't roll well. Okay. So you may now roll, or you may allocate some towards an objective or some towards the threat. You could also like buy blood if you wanted to, but nobody's injured yet. So I'm not sure that that's a thing that you would like to do.
You said the when you roll a 6, you can use an ability. Is something you said?
You can trigger a special ability if you would like.
Okay, I would love to do that. I want to, when using an explosive, reduce an objective or threat's challenge by 1. I want to reduce the objective challenge by 1.
Okay.
As a like, if the objective is like you said to make a big appearance,
yeah,
making an entrance, really disorienting them off the bat is I think what we're going to do with that. Do you have like, is there an amount of times I can essentially use an ability, or is it every time I roll a 6 I can?
It's every time you roll a 6.
Cool. I'm going to do that twice. So objective down by 2 for both my 6s.
Great.
Cool.
And then you can allocate your 4. Where do you want your 4 to go?
Let's
could also go to the objective or to the threat.
Let's do 3. So let's add 1 to the objective and do 3 to the threat. So we're doing 3 and 3.
Yeah.
All
because
day,
the 6 is 2 or let's got it.
Oh,
all right.
I didn't even count the 6s as extra. Oh, yeah, it's 8 total.
Well, because you activated your ability.
Perfect. Sweet. Cool. Then yes.
Okay.
Cool. Gotcha.
So objectives down to 5. Are you taking away attack dice or threat?
Let's take away. What's the difference? Remind me.
So the threat is not neutralized until it gets to 0. The threat is 4 currently.
Okay. Yeah.
and they can refresh until that threat is gone.
Okay.
I have 2 attack dice currently.
Let's do the threat. I think Nicole is like, just shoot me. I dare you. So she's trying to eliminate the threat in as many bodies and is like, I don't care what your little bullets can do to me.
Okay.
Bring it done.
Yeah. Well, there's 1 left. After all of that, they had one left that they rolled. And so roll me a d6 to see how you are injured with that 1.
That is a 3.
Just a graze.
Okay.
Check off your just a graze for me. Yeah, it's just like they shot back. Maybe out of reflex when the bomb exploded. They were like, ah, and they just shot. And it just sort of, across your cheek. Love that. Thanks for making that choice for me.
Put my cigarette in the wound. Just
just closing it up.
Yeah, just
Totally fun.
soldering it.
All right. Which of your comrades would you have go next?
Ooh, Christian.
All right. Chuck's gonna saunter in, a little jingle jangle of his spurs, pull out his paired revolvers, Betsy and Maria, start shooting.
Okay. This is clearly a shoot, and you're going to. Okay, so I don't think this is a duel, so I don't think that you get your bonus for this, so you don't have to check it off.
Oh, okay.
Because like a duel would be, unless you're targeting the one that shot, like the one out already.
No, I'm shooting.
Just shooting.
I'm just shooting.
All right, so you get 3.
All right.
And I'm gonna also roll.
Betsy and Maria jam a bit.
Uh-oh.
That's a 1, a 1, and a 2.
Yikes. Yeah, perhaps in the fall, like, I mean, your body exploded. I think maybe a little bit of you got into there. You forgot to clean them out. So you are going to get an injury. Roll a d6 for me.
That's a 6.
Gross. All right. Well,
Good
that
start
means
for Chuck.
that you were mauled. I don't know how that happened. I think maybe one of them has like a dog that on the way out just bit you.
Mm-hmm.
Tasty.
Tearing at my leg.
Yeah. You're like, I just grew that back. Knock it off. All right, which takes us down to arena before the Nazis retaliate.
My piano player, was he a Nazi or no?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
He is. He's just a scared citizen.
I'm just gonna like pat his shoulder as I walk by him. Basically, be like,
doesn't help him.
Yeah, you don't matter to me, but here's some pity comfort that I just exploded your piano with my body.
He just quietly weeps as you touch. Like, oh, yeah.
Absolutely no words come out of her mouth because she couldn't care less.
I'm sure.
Honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna take out my hunting rifle and shoot at whatever, basically at his head. I would she hopes that basically there's going to be a pop, but she'll settle for a bullet between the eyes if she busts.
So are you elevated?
Can I stand on the pile of rubble?
Of course.
Of the piano? Well, then yes, I am absolutely elevated.
All right, then you may add your +1 die. So you're going to be rolling 4 die against. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Okay.
6, 4, 4, 3.
Okay, so the 6s, as we discussed, count as 2 successes. So you have 4 successes to deal with.
And I'd like to add on one of my abilities for that 6.
Okay.
And that's going to be Deadeye Shot. So when you use a ranged weapon, reduce a threat's attack rating by 1.
Whoa. Taking away my dice for next time.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So then you got 3 more successes then to deal with?
Yep.
What would you like to do with them?
What are our numbers at right now? I've
We
lost
have
track.
5 left in objective. And then one of your guys has 1 left in threat and 1 in attack, and one has 4 and 2.
Go ahead and take the 1 threat away so that guy can just leave.
All right.
Everything. And then I'll go ahead and put the other 2 towards the threat on the other guy.
Great. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. It is time for them to call in reinforcements, essentially. So they're yelling, and some folk come in from another room. This is a busy hotel, and it is chock full of Nazis. All right. So this round, I feel like maybe Chuck is like raring to go. He wants some redemption. So what are you doing, Chuck?
I feel like Betsy and Maria need a second chance. It didn't seem fair to them.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
All right. This time I'll focus. Can I focus on the one who sent the dog after me?
Absolutely.
Great. And then I will.
Then you
hopefully
can
get
duel.
that. Yeah, then I can duel.
You get the extra.
All right, a little better. I got a 6 and a 5.
That's 3 successes.
All right, and with a 6, I can use an ability. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, I would like to use my acid spit. I would like to shoot one or shoot and hit, and then I look up and I imagine there's a chandelier in this hotel.
Absolutely.
I would like to hawk a loogie up at the chandelier, and hopefully make it break and fall on these Nazis.
I mean,
it's a plus
yes.
to metal.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so I'll give you 1 extra damage for that.
Okay.
So that's 4 damage. For something. Although, no, I guess it could go towards the objective too, because that is absolutely making a suitable entrance. Like,
okay, cool.
so you can put them wherever you want.
Great. I mean, I want this chandelier to fall on them for sure. So, what are my options? Sorry.
Towards your objective.
Yeah, I put them towards the objective. I think.
All 4 of them.
Yeah.
All right. That means you're very close to making your objective here.
Nice.
And they rolled no successes because they are. Listen, like 3 vampires just came in and started making bad things happen. It's a lot to take in. They're having a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you want to go next, Chuck? One of your fellows.
Let's throw it towards Irina. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Irina.
All right, Arena.
So this pile of rubble that I am standing upon,
Yeah.
it's mostly wooden splinters from exploding this piano. And I'd like to, kind of as I sling my shotgun back around behind me, to grab a bigger splinter, one I can hold in my hand pretty well.
Sure.
And I'd like to charge at the nearest Nazi and stab him, like gouge his eye out with a wooden splinter.
Nice.
Wow. Okie dokie. That is definitely a brawl situation. Or I would let you also do Terrify.
Oh, let's go with Terrify. I feel like in this moment, her expression is one of just pure loathing and like spite. And I think whoever I'm charging at should be really freaked out that I'm essentially taking a stake and making a kebab of his eye.
Yeah, spoilers. They are.
That is a 4, a 4, and a 5. So
Okay, so you get 3 successes.
Nice.
So you only have 1 left in objective and 2 left in threat. So you can just take them all out.
Yep. We'll just do that.
Great. People are going to be talking about this one for a while, I think. You didn't kill all the Nazis. I think some got away. The threat has been neutralized. You have reached your objective. We're going to be moving on to the next area. Matt, since you didn't get to go that time, could you please give me a D6 roll to see where you are heading next?
All right. 4.
4. Oh, delightful. Let's go back up to the proper page so that I can tell you what's happening. It's funny when I was going through this, I was like, they were like, Sector 3, this is what's happening. And then when you get to Sector 2, that's where all the bad fighting happens. And I was like, there are so many Nazis in Sector 3, though. Like, oh my gosh.
What a kill.
When you spill out of the back of the Hotel of Stars, just down the street, it's a graveyard. A new German-only graveyard with memorials for many of the officers who died during the conquest of France. A military funeral is just wrapping up as the swastika-marked coffin is lowered into the ground. It's a squad of soldiers here who are ready to fire a rifle salute, but now turn their guns upon you as invaders. Your objective is to ruin that funeral at 6. And you're going to be fighting an infantry squad. Okay. They are very much armed, but we're not expecting you to run in here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nicole, I think you're mad that, like, you wanted to kill some more Nazis and they ran away last time. It's kind of bullshit. Like, Arena stole your thunder a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna let you go first.
All right. Are they like grouped together?
Yeah, you know what? Yes. Because they're in lines. Because they are getting ready. They're like flanking the coffin as it's being lowered down into it.
Amazing. I'm going to pull out a stick of dynamite, light it on my cigarette, and just like baton toss it in the center of all of them.
I love this.
I don't know if I know it's a demolitions thing. Like, I don't know if that's mechanically, but that's the flavor. That's what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you planning on having that be a firebomb, or are you just?
I have a stick of dynamite. It's one of my many, many weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. +4. Good Lord. Okay.
I kind of want to land it on the casket and have that be the thing explodes and hopefully splinters into like just things to stab them all.
I love that so much. All right. This feels like a Terrify.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 3 in Terrify, and then you get +4.
My God.
For your dynamite. So that's 7?
Okay.
7 dice that you're rolling.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. And as I throw it, I'm just going to say, listen, the only German word that I wanted to learn, and this is going to be fun, is Schadenfreude. I am going to have a lot of fun at your misery. And I toss the thing. Not terrible. 4 and above is a success, yeah?
4 and above is a success.
Okay. So that is 4 out of 7 successes. 6,
Wow.
5, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3.
6, 5. Well, and that 6 counts as 2.
It does. It does.
So
I am going to use, instead of counting it 2, use an ability, roll a d6 and restore 1 use of the weapon rolled. So I can have my, because I only have one use of it.
Your dynamite back.
Yeah.
All right. So
Had another one.
4 successes.
Yep.
Where you want to put them? Objective, attack, threat.
Yes. Oh, objective, attack, threat. There's a lot of them, right?
Yeah, there's like 10 of them. So they're a threat level 6.
Okay. What's their attack like level?
They get 3 attack dice every time.
You know what? I'm gonna ruin their ability to attack, so I can put kind of 3 towards the attack dice.
Yes.
Yeah, I want the explosion to like knock their weapons away.
Great.
And I'll put 1 towards threat. Yeah, I get to roll 1 more, I think, as a part of this to see if it does something else. Roll a d6 and restore 1 use of the weapon. So it gives me a chance to possibly get another success, but not a full. I think. Is that what it does?
Oh, it's your scavenger? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. That's a 6.
That's another 2 successes.
Sweet. I'll just use that and put that towards threat.
Okay.
I love the exploding gambling aspect of this game. It's really cool. Sweet.
Okay. Who are you having go next?
Oh, let's say Arena this time.
All right, go Arena.
As I watch you do that, I just kind of give you this nod, which is like the best compliment Irina knows how to give. It's not truly a compliment, but like a good job. And I would like to follow in the lead of explosives. I have these explosive runes that she wears as a necklace. There's only 3 like big gems. They each look kind of like a ruby. And as you watch her, she'll hold the chain and rip one that's on the side, and just chuck it as hard as she can, kind of into the middle of whatever is left from Nicole's throw.
Okay.
And because they're concealed as my necklace,
then you get your
that +2.
Absolutely. So that's going to go with Brawl. Because now you're just trying to blow them up. So go ahead and that's like 4 that you get, and they have no attack dice to roll because Nicole took all their weapons. They can't injure you until they regroup.
What a shame.
I know, it's poor Nazis, right? Like
a 6, a 6, a 4, and a 2.
Oh my gosh. All right, so that's 5 successes. Got 3 left on the threat and 6 left on the objective.
We're just going to go ahead and take out the threat.
Just take out the threat.
And then we'll put the last on the objective.
All right, Chuck. You going to ruin the rest of this funeral?
I'm going to try. Okay, can you give me... what is the difference between marking blood and gaining blood? Could you go over that again?
So you gain blood with your successes. You can choose to gain blood. Marking blood is that you are expending one.
Okay, gotcha.
You're using some blood up if you mark it.
Gotcha. On board. Okay. In that case, I don't have nearly as fun. I don't have, Betsy and Maria are doing me just fine. So
yeah,
I'm just going to keep at it. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who looks like they're in charge?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think there's one that has like a fancier hat.
Yeah. The fancier hat is going to get it.
All right, let's get him.
Yeah.
They can't roll any dice anymore.
That's a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Oh my gosh, that's 4 successes.
They can't. They can't attack. Or what's gone again? Threat or?
Yeah. So both the threat and the attack are gone. You're just finishing up your objective now at this point. So 4 is going against the objective, which means there's 1 left. They are going to rally a little which means that, like, in this case, like, one dude picked up his weapon. He was maybe foolish, but he did it. He's supposed to. So back up to 1 threat and 1 attack. But, like, I really feel like you're right there, Chuck. So I'm going to have you go first this round.
Great. Okay.
He's going to roll against you.
That's fine.
It's fine, whatever. I don't care about this guy. It's totally what that was. I don't care.
It's fine.
Okay.
Look, if I technically I rolled a sec, I'll acid spit his not his gun because I rolled this just.
Did you shoot at him? What did you do?
Well, I shot at him. That was
you shot at him again, and you rolled a 6.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hold on. 2 4s. I did not roll 6. Never mind.
I mean, that's 2 successes that will take out the threat. It'll only take out 1 because he did have a success. So do you want to take out the threat or the attack?
I'll take the attack out.
Okay. Fine. Don't get damaged because you're killing machines. Which one of your friends is going next?
Nicole.
This dude is so sad and scared. It's the only one left. Everyone else has run off.
I am going to. Is there some form of like trying to like drain these people, or we have to do it like afterwards after we've used equipment?
You don't have to use equipment, but you do have to get a success, and then you can choose to drain him, and then you would gain a blood.
I'm going to run close, and I'm going to like grab him by the shoulder and pull out my cut down Lee Enfield rifle for close quarters, and I'm just going to unload into his belly.
Wow. All right, well, that's a shoot, and you get your bonus, so that's 5 dice. He doesn't have any attack dice. He's just going to stand there like a buffoon.
That's only 2 successes.
Well, 1 success will take out the threat and take him down.
The other one, I am going to just... how graphic. I'm going to pop his throat back and...
like a pest dispenser.
I was going to say like a pest dispenser.
Yeah,
and,
we're there.
Yep. As I snap the artery, I'm just going to like a straw pull it in and like a Capri Sun just drain this guy.
Well, how does he taste?
Yeah, he was grieving. Ugh. It does not taste good.
No, doesn't taste good. I'm so sorry to hear that. Make a note that you have +1 blood.
Was that a bit of a sauerkraut?
It's a bit. It tastes the worst. It tastes like the worst.
The worst. Okay. Arena, you're the last in this round then, and you've neutralized the threat and the attack. If you can get through your objective this one, then they don't have time to regroup. No reinforcements would come. All right. You have 1 left in your objective, which is to ruin the funeral. I think you guys are doing an excellent job. Honestly.
Yeah.
How are you going to ruin this funeral?
If it says regain 2 blood and I haven't lost anything, do I just gain 2 blood or should I save that for another?
No, you can do that. You can regain 2 blood. Yeah, that's fine. You're going to...
I'd like to go over, just like walk very calmly.
Mm-hmm.
Calm in the type of way that onlookers would be terrified. Because they're like, what is she doing? I'd like to walk over to where the hole has been dug in the ground to lower the coffin in.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to light one of my cigarettes, which is very specifically a cigarette that I stole off the dead body of a person that's been hung.
Sure.
And I'm going to take a very long drag off of it. And with my eyes still toward the sky, just flick it down so the coffin catches on fire.
Great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That feels like a terrify to me. Feels pretty terrific, as a matter of fact.
Pretty good at that one.
Give me a 3. Roll those beautiful 3 dice.
That is a 4, a 5, and a 3.
Great. Success. You have, hey, friends, good job. You have ruined that funeral. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mal, give me another D6. Let's see where we're going next.
4.
You guys are just like really on the fours today.
We really are. Lots
Everybody's
of fours happening.
you just keep going back to the hotel. I just like it here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Grand Magasin Martin. Oh, all right. So going down the street to a sprawling multi-level department store selling most anything that you can imagine that, of course, could be imported from Germany. State-of-the-art escalators ferry fur-coated customers up and down between sections, and overworked staff rush to and fro to fulfill orders. Your objective is to find your way out of the maze-like building. However, news that there was a group of vampires that came in and broke up a funeral did make it out. And so there is an infantry squad like the one that you just fought coming up into the department store looking for you. But there's an armored car waiting outside that, like, you could potentially steal. Your objective is a 6, finding your way out. And you just dealt with one of these infantry squads. The threat is 6, and they have 3 attack dice. Being the best dressed, I feel like maybe Arena would go first. You know your way around.
Familiar.
Absolutely. You know where to go here. This is.
She's ready.
Yeah.
The minute that a Nazi comes in my field of view, I pick up the nearest clothing rack and swing as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's use them. Okay. All right, hold on. Threat. We have a second challenge. Because of the armored car. Because you could destroy it or you could steal it. So that's outside. We're not there yet. But so you are probably brawling. Feels correct. Not adding anything onto it, correct? You're just...
I do not. I just get 2.
All right. Let's roll them. Let's see what happens with this squad. Man, I'm rolling for garbage today, my friends. I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Well, that is, for me, a 5 and a 4.
All right. So that is 2 successes. Do you want it to go toward your objective of finding your way out? You're going to take some attack dice away? You're going to put the threat down?
I'll go down with attack.
Okay. On both of them?
Yeah.
So next time they only have 1 die to roll. All right. Who's going next?
Let's give it to Nicole.
The tank over there. Do we want it or do we want it to go boom?
Take a ride.
Oh.
Okay. Sounds good. 2 questions. When I gain blood, does that heal away an injury?
You have to use it. You can use it at any
okay.
time, but you have to have 2 blood to heal 1 injury.
Perfect. All good. All right. I am going to, and I can use advances if I'd like to. If I have the thing that like says I can do this thing. Like No. So that'll probably happen at the end. We'll do it
those are like character advances.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
So
Cool.
that'll happen at probably
Holler.
when we get through this sector, you'll get one of those.
No worries. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss a smoke grenade towards the tank, and I'm going to try to like just bolt in there in the line of fire and just try to get in there and see if I can pull a Nazi out of a tank.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Okay.
Would I get a plus for cover advance? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Because that's what you're doing, right? You're trying to move it forward. Are you trying to like sneak in?
Sneak. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so do sneak and plus cover advance. So you're gonna have 4.
Cool.
It's going to, I mean, let's see what happens. We'll roll against it. Okay.
Only one success.
You could flashback.
As I throw the grenade, there's a little tiny quick flash as the smoke comes out, leading to a flashback.
Lead to a flashback. First flashback of the session. Let me go to the right page. So exciting. Ba ba da beep
I'm
ba
into it.
boop.
Let's do it. I really want that tank.
Okay. You're gonna roll on the flashback table to define a question. And then you will be describing a brief scene that happened on a past mission.
Okay, just 1d6.
Just 1d6.
I'm gonna use this one. That's a 2.
This is about rescuing POWs in a thunderstorm. So, and it's going to be about one of these other players in here. So you recruited one of these vampires on your team during that rescuing the POW in a thunderstorm. Which one was it?
I'm going to say this is 1943. This is a flashback. America didn't join the war till what, like the end?
It's fair.
I'm going to say it's going to be Arena.
Okay, so
Sorry, Chuck.
let's do a quick scene between Arena and Nicole. Nicole rescued you. You were a POW. It's a thunderstorm.
Mm-hmm.
How does Nicole convince Arena to become a Nazi killing machine?
Ooh, Arena, you were a vampire at this point too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you felt the moment where the necklaces of garlic that they were using to keep you from doing your, super powerful like a Nazi killing vampire stuff. Arena comes in and you see she has 2 cigarettes in her nose and like a whole pack in her mouth, just inhaling this stuff to not even feel the garlic. And she has like blinders on and she comes in and she just like with a machete is just like slashing through all these Nazis and then like slashes the garlic off and kicks it away and then just kind of like spits it down and like offers you a cigarette to get like the taste and smell out of your mouth.
I take it so fast.
Yeah. Are you okay?
As okay as I can be, I suppose. Very fancy work there.
Yes. Now these Nazis, they are getting smarter, pulling vampires like us, using garlic against us.
The smell has been horrible. It's all I've been able to smell for weeks.
I'm French, and so this should be something I really enjoy smelling, but unfortunately, the curse is the curse. I know.
Can you lead me back out of here, though? I am afraid it's been so long that I don't know what doors lead to away from garlic.
I absolutely can. Smells these Nazis. Yeah, I think they were eating garlic too. Very weird for Germans. They don't usually season their food. We should get out of here.
Please, as quickly as possible. I can't stand the smell anymore. They kept eating that. They'd eat whole cloves in front of me just so I couldn't
Oh my God.
do anything.
The things they do with cabbage is just absolutely a war crime.
Revolting.
Yes. All right. You and me, we will go. And then we go outside and we see just like an armed battalion and a tank. We can do this the hard way, or we can ride out in style. What do you think?
Out in style, darling. I've never done anything else.
All right, perfect. And she, oh wait, you probably need a little snack. And she pops out just like like a petrified face of a Nazi and just passes it over to you. There's just be a couple of drops left. Yes?
She like just takes the whole thing and bites it like an apple.
Perfect. And grabs the smoke grenade like she did before in this flashback and tosses it, being like, I've done this before, I can do this.
You could do this.
Very nice.
So you get to re-roll.
Cool.
And you get to add 2 dice to your pool.
Oh, nice.
So let's do this again.
Oh, now we're freaking talking.
All right.
That is out of 6. That is 4 successes. 2 of them are 6s. So that is
so it's 6 successes?
6 successes, yeah.
Yeah, that feels better.
I'm going to use one of those successes to make it 5 to scavenger, just to keep my items.
Yep.
And I'm going to re-roll one more. Hopefully it's a good one.
Oh, right, because of your ability.
Yeah. The scavenger ability. It's a 3, so it does not count as an additional success. So it's 5 successes.
Babe, only 5? That's
only 5.
I mean, that is enough to neutralize the threat and take out the challenge, which means that you pull that Nazi out of that armored car, and now it's yours.
Sweet. Lovely.
I assume you're getting in it.
I'm getting in it, and I'm trying to use my vampire strength to basically bust it open so these plebes cannot open it. And I will be, you can use my vampire strength to get out if I'd like to.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So Chuck, then.
Okay. So
your friend hit somebody with a clothes, like a rack of clothing, and then your other friend was like, I got a tank, and then
great. Did I hear there were escalators in here?
Absolutely. Lots of escalators.
Are there Nazis on this escalator?
So they are intermixed with civilians.
Oh, that's okay.
Because the Nazis are chasing you through this full.
Right. So whichever way the Nazis are coming, I assume they're going down this escalator, right? And they're behind me, and there's a mix. Sure. I'm gonna run down, be super quick, and I would like to go to the escalator and try to get it to go the other way to slow him down, basically. So I'm running against it.
So you're gonna fix it, right? Fix.
I'm gonna fix it.
Nice.
Plus
my tool belt, because I am jerry rigging it.
You are, so that you get 5.
You get 5.
They're gonna roll to not well. They rolled a 1, so ready.
All successes, no 6s though.
So 5 successes.
5 successes.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Your objective is at 6, and your threat is at 6 currently. So what would you like to do? You want to knock down the threat or knock down the objective?
I'm gonna. Can I split it?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna split it. I'll do 3 away from the threat and 2 towards the objective.
Okay. All right. They are regrouping. Nazis coming out of the woodwork. Ready to attack you back, trying to get at you. And I think you were a pretty obvious threat. Chuck, you just they were close to you and you just nope, and just reversed the thing and they went the other direction. So I'm gonna have you go first because they're sort of targeting you. You can see you. Also, you're an American. Also, you're a Nazi or not a Nazi, a vampire. Very easy to catch you with big.
I am wearing a very large cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat. Yeah, they're ready to.
I am gonna. What am I gonna do? So if as far as gaining blood, is that a brawl or is that a
So that comes with,
specific
you
ability.
can choose to allocate any of your successes toward gaining blood,
Gotcha. Okay.
as opposed to knocking down your objective or your threat.
Gotcha. Okay. I am going to then, since I've got them in this nice line, I'm just going to right.
Just try to
Well,
like shoot through. Like,
no, because there's civilians in there too.
True.
They're kind of coming at me one-on-one. So as they come down, it's like punch, wait for the next Nazi punch,
Just
wait
like,
for the next Nazi punch.
hold
Because
it
they're just coming in a line. So I'm just pop, pop, pop.
Okay. All right. So just brawling them.
Yeah, I'm just brawling them. Yeah, it feels right. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
That is a 4 and a 6.
There's 3 successes. They got 1 success. So if you go towards that attack die, use one of your things for the attack die, then they won't hit you at all.
I will do that.
Okay. So then you have 2 successes left. There are 4 in the objective and 3 in the threat.
I would like to take 1 threat away, and I would like to use 1 to gain blood.
1 to gain blood.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So like punch.
So you punching them and drinking them.
Punch.
Yum. How
Yum,
does
yum.
this one taste?
This one just had a large meal in the food court, so feels a little fatty, but
sometimes
good.
fat's real good to taste though. So well done. Okay, which one of your friends is going next? You got your friend who is swinging clothes around, and you got your friend in a tank.
The tank. Cool. I gotta know.
Okay.
I'm gonna lawnmower these Nazis. Just gonna...
Okay, so are you just like driving into the building?
Is there still an infantry?
Yep.
Is that near the tank?
I mean, it's in the building. They're
okay.
they're sort of spread out. But this car is a threat of 4 with an attack of 2.
Sweet.
So if they have to split their focus because you are in the it'll definitely you can hit them with this car and it will injure them badly.
Sweet. I would love to just like not even use the gun for now. The ones that are like going towards me, just like pedal to the metal and just try to run them over.
Let's Tokyo drift over some Nazis.
Oh yeah, Simpsons hit and run them.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't know that this is like exactly how it's supposed to be, but I am going to let you roll Terrify with the 2 attack from the armored car.
5.
So 5.
Cool. Love it.
Oh no. You guys, I don't know what I'm doing, but I am rolling really poorly tonight.
But that is 2 successes.
I'm on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have they didn't roll any successes. So you could do it towards the objective, which is to find your way out. You did just make a big hole in the like side. Good. Or to neutralize the threat. Threat's down to 2.
Let's neutralize threat. I did just get 2, so let's just get that done. Yeah.
Okay.
As I mow them over.
All right. Arena, now you just got to find your way out. Oh, you are muted.
I was muted. I don't know if you all can hear, but my dog is very passionate about people being near our home.
Yeah.
So I keep muting and unmuting.
You know what he is also passionate about?
Killing
Nazis.
He is. I think that as I'm like starting to make my way toward what I think is the front of the building, at least, one of the closer Nazis to me, I'm gonna like tear a dress or something off the nearest sort of clothing stand. I'm gonna wrap it around his neck and pull, and then tilt it so it snaps his neck. And then I'm gonna try to succeed in that, so I can try to get a little bit of blood before I sail my way down the arm of the escalator
Smart.
downstairs.
Yeah. You need a little snack on your way.
I need a little snack. Everybody needs a little snack.
Okie dokie.
We still call this a brawl? Or
I definitely think it's a brawl still.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That is a 5 and a 2.
A 5 and a what?
2.
Okay. So that's one success.
Yeah.
So you can just gain blood. The threat's neutralized. So if you want to just gain blood, you can gain blood.
Yeah.
Or you can put your one towards the objective.
I'll just put it towards the objective. I already have 2 blood. So for right now, I don't really need anything else. If I do get hurt, I have enough to heal.
All right.
So
the threat is neutralized. They're like trying to regroup, but you guys are really scary. And one of you's in a tank. So they're trying to come back in.
Oh.
I'm gonna let Nicole go. Go ahead, Nicole. What are you doing? Oh. These babies rallied. Foolishly brave. It's okay. You can still do it. Give me.
What's Nicole? I'm Nicole. I'm punching the thing of the tank open again, and I say to everybody, "Get in. We're going Nazi killing."
Get in, losers. Here we go.
Get in, losers. We're going Nazi killing.
Yes. All right. So you're using your tank, which is definitely your Terrify plus its attack. So you get a pool of 5.
Sweet. All right. Ah, damn, it's a lot of 3s. 1 success. Woof.
All right. Objective down to 2. When you poked your head out, though, one of them took a pot shot at you.
Okay.
Give me a D6.
That's a 5.
5. Mark off your... Ooh, shot you in the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. He feels great about himself. I have a feeling he's not going to feel so great about himself in just a minute. Who are you telling to go next? Chuck or Arena?
Let's go with Chuck.
Chuck, you just have 2 left for this objective.
Okay. I would like to. Yeah, you know what? I'm in a fixin' mood. So why don't we I want to help improve this armored vehicle. Like,
okay.
We're gonna have to bust through some things. I'm gonna use shopping carts, whatever I can, to give basically I don't know, some sharp metal and such to help us on our way.
I love that.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. And I will use my tool belt again.
Yeah. Yep.
She'll give me a pool of 5.
Pool of 5.
That's a 4, a 5, and a 6.
It's 4 successes. That'll just get you out of here. Yeah. But do you want to, with your extra 2, do you want to get blood?
Yes, I would actually like to, just because I have an ability, which is fun, and I got a 6. I'm going to use Corpse Eater. I'm going to pull the liver from one of the dead Nazis, and wish I had some onions, but we'll make do. And I will gain blood from that.
With all the sausage they eat, you can say it's foie gras.
Wow, gross. Okay, and so you got 1 blood from that, and then you also have 2 extra blood, or 2 extra successes left over. Do you want to also gain more blood from that corpse aside from their liver?
I mean, I might as well, since that's enough to get our objective, right? So,
take your 3.
I'll take it.
All right, so you have just been storming your way through. We are definitely over halfway through where we're going today. So I think this is an excellent time to go get yourself a snack, everybody. Maybe some foie gras would be great. Some kind of dark, thick, mold spiced liquid of some kind, perhaps, if you want. But yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. So come back for more Nazi killing.
Lovely.
Pew, pew. Welcome back from the break. Pew pew pew. We have been doing some really excellent Nazi killing here today. And we're gonna finish out our way through Sector 3. Then our next place we are going to is the Place de la Sirene. It's a classy area with a bistro, some cafes, boutiques. Well-to-do families drink coffee, eat pastries at outdoor tables, and a beautiful mermaid fountain graces the center of the square. Your objective is to get out of the open and into cover. That has a rating of 6. But like you just keep grabbing like a police patrols, really. There's a lot of them. There's 2 of them currently. Their threats are 4. And their attacks are 2. Each. You come rolling in. Beep, 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 beep. And you're all in the tank? All right. Well, then I feel like Nicole has to go first because she's driving. So go ahead, Nicole.
Very happy to say this. I'm going to shoot at the police car with the tank.
Sure. Yeah, that feels right.
No.
Okay. I mean, they're going to try to shoot back. We'll see what happens. And I think this is your shoot because you're shooting.
Perf, yes.
And then you get to add 2 because of its attack value.
Yeah, I'm not rolling great anymore. Start off so strong. There's a 6 though, so that's 3 successes.
Okay.
It's pretty good actually.
All right. So are you taking down the threat, the objective, or their attack?
Ooh, let's take down their attack first.
Right.
Because I want us to stay in this tank as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's fair. All right. You still have 1 left over.
Ooh, okay, 1 left over. Then let's go for it. What is the objective for this again? To make it
to get out of open area.
Out of open area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do objective because
Okay.
I'm gonna like let's say that's me trying to go as fast as we can and
you can leave a threat behind if you reach the objective before like you could just run away. That means if for any reason like that could catch up with you again, but like you're barreling through.
Good.
All right. So who's going next? I assume that there's ways that you can hang out at the top or whatever. Who would you like to go next? Nicole, you get to pick.
I'm going to say we did Chuck last time. Let's do Arena this time. Yeah. And like the top is open, so they can totally pop in and out all day.
Of course.
Right? Convertible tank.
I think Irina sort of gets out of her seat, pops herself out of the top of the tank, and stands on top of it as it's still moving.
Sure.
Just kind of like surfing, and will take her shotgun out from like where it's holstered on her back and aim and shoot. And I'm mostly...
You are elevated.
Yes, I am elevated, which means I get my bonus.
Yeah.
And the goal is that I would really like to shoot the nearest person in the head that seems like he's close to a sharp object and hopefully propel him backwards into that sharp object. So not only do I shoot him in the face, but he's impaled.
Wow. It's specific. I love it. All right.
We try our best here.
All right. Well, that's just go ahead and give me a shoot. +1 for your elevated position.
Ooh, a 6, 4, 4, and 4. So that's 5s.
Okay. Well, they did get 1 success, so 1 of those should go towards the attack, or you will be injured this round, which is fine. I also would gladly injure you.
No, that's fine. You don't have to injure me. I'll save this blood for later.
Got it.
It's all right.
Got it. Okay.
Thankfully, it's good forever.
Forever. So that means you have 4 more? 3 more?
4 more.
4 more.
I would like to use my ability Deadeye Shot to lower the attack rating by 1.
Okay.
And then how many attacks do they have left? Yeah, just take another one too. They get nothing.
No
and
more
then
attacks.
I'll put the rest of them towards the threat.
So now the threat or the objective?
The threat.
The threat. Okay, objective at 5. One of your threats is at 2, and one is still at 4. But no dice.
It felt like this did less of any sort of hiding thing, so doing it to the objective felt wrong.
No, I'm with you. All right, Chuck, bring us home this round. What are we doing?
Okay. So we're in this kind of square, the center. Are our enemies in vehicles? Are they? I
mean, yeah, I think one squadron of them has a vehicle that they have stopped and gotten out of,
Gotcha.
and the other ones are on foot.
Cool.
It's
all right. I will also pop out, I guess, and right.
Pop out and pop off.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We need to get out of here.
You do need to get out of here. That's
Yeah.
the whole point.
We do. And while it's not my best thing, I'm going to try to see if I can get a better view and see if I gotta look for an escape
search
route,
for a way
right?
out.
I'm gonna search for a way out.
All right. So
not very good at it, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Give me a search.
Hey, that's a 5 and a 6.
Wow, everybody's rolling for garbage. Yes, that's 3 successes. You absolutely found a way out. So 3 successes towards your objective, I'm assuming.
Yes, towards the objective.
You can see it. It's
amazing.
right there.
Okay. I let my friends know, and I would also like to use that 6. I don't want them to follow us with that vehicle. So I will
spit
onto the wheel so that they can't follow us.
Yeah, gross. Okie dokie. It does it.
And that lets me mark blood.
Yep.
So I will use 2 of the blood that I have to get rid of that mold. Is that how that works?
Oh, no, you can just say that you're using blood.
Oh, you can just use that anytime.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does mark?
So then you have to use blood to activate that ability.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But you can also use blood to heal, but you don't have to there's nothing that has to trigger that. You can just go, I'm gonna sip some blood. Kind of.
I'm on board now. Got it. Okay.
You did it. You hawked up a gross loogie again.
I did.
You're really good at that.
I am,
I don't like it. I mean, I do like it. It's just disgusting. All right, well, they are trying their bestest. Coming back in. Trying to surround you. Arena, I'm going to have you go first this time.
Ooh, okay. I think what I'll do. I'm just gonna hop down off the tank.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like it's easy enough to probably climb back up if I need it.
Sure.
And whatever Nazi is closest to me.
Sure.
I would like to imagine that there is some sort of pretty fence outside this cafe, like in most photos I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
I just want to take him by the back of the head and shove his head into one of the spiky parts.
Yeah.
So it goes through his skull.
I mean, he's going to try to resist. But boy, that's hard. Okay. Give me that brawl.
Okay, that's a 4. 4 and a 1.
Okay, so you can. Here are your options. He also rolled 1 success. So you can do damage to the threat or the objective, but you would also take damage. Or you can take that attack die away.
I'll just take the attack die away.
All right. So really what happened is you came out there and like, you're kind of hugging. Just like, who would you like to help you? Because who of your friends is going next?
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, help me out, yo.
All
The
right.
idea that Arena's down there like hugging a Nazi, been like, Chuck.
Yeah.
All right. This seems like a great time to use Betsy and Maria.
Say hello to my little friends.
Yeah. All right. Why did I forget everything?
Shoot.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use the bonus though, because it doesn't feel like a duel to me. Because I'm
Because he's a little overpowered.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
2, a 5, and a 6.
3 successes. One of those, so you don't get injured, should go towards this attack die.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going to do.
2 more successes. We'll get you out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here. So I imagine I fire a couple of shots, like hitting the Nazi's arm, breaking
the Nazi's arm.
breaking the Nazi's arm, and this is setting them free, and then going, yeehaw, let's giddy up.
Like grab her as you're rolling past. You're like, gotcha. You find yourselves, my dears, in the catacombs. Paris is home to many tunnels, sepulchres, forgotten mausoleums, and the like, natural places for vampires to hang out. This location represents a major entrance to the underground network, but navigating to other parts of the city will be difficult thanks to centuries of disrepair and deliberate obfuscation. That said, it's getting dangerous on the surface. Ducking into the tunnels might allow the vampires to escape attention for a while. This is what is happening. This is the way out that you found. You just need to get down in there. But your tank can't go with you.
Okay.
So your objective is to get into the catacombs.
Mm-hmm.
It's an objective of 6. You also have to get back out of it on the other side. But so your objective is 6. There is an armored infantry squad scared out of their wits chasing you through this tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, they're real scared.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not only are they fighting vampires, but then they're down like in tunnels. It's really dark down here.
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest that you might want to torch that tank so that they don't have it.
What I would like to do, if possible, I want to rip off the cannon of the tank.
Oh,
Hold it over
sure.
my shoulder. As flavor for my Panzerfaust, which is essentially a hand mortar launcher, like missile launcher.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm going to just pour oil inside of it and just like a cigarette as I walk away, and
just a little light arson in the background.
Yeah.
You look so cool.
Jack, I'm so sorry. I know you made it very pretty, and I will mourn her too.
Oh,
Yes.
maybe you'll find another one along the way.
But the same.
It's fair. You always remember your first.
My second actually tank that I stole, but I didn't like the first one as much. Like Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh. Yeah, no good. All right. Well, there's a lot of stuff happening here. You are making your way into the tunnels, being chased by like an infantry squad. So who's up first? I'm gonna let you guys pick. Who wants to go first?
Would you say they're an armored target?
I would say that they are an armored target.
Do you want to see fireworks? My friend. I'm gonna use my Panzerfaust that gets a +3 against armored targets, and I'm gonna shoot at them.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Cool.
Oh boy, they're so scared.
As they should be.
They're rolling like garbage.
I think that's 4 for shoot, 3, so that's 7.
Yeah, that's what that is. Beep 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 beep.
Okay. That's a 5 and 3 6s, and the rest are failures. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 successes.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to take one away because they did roll 1 success. So 6 successes, I guess.
6 successes. Yeah.
What would you
let's say I'm going to make it down to 5 successes, and I'm going to regain the use of my Panzerfaust.
Oh, very smart. I love that ability for you.
So good, especially with the big one-use items. I get to reroll to see if it becomes a success. That's another 6.
Oh my
God. 5. It's 7 total successes. With that up, and you know what? I'm gonna make it a 6.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't regain another thing. That's fine. No. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Let's just do 7 successes, casually.
Sure. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you want, you can just blow through this. The objective is 6. You can just go. Like you just shot into these guys and they were like, what's happening? And then you were like, peace, I'm out. And then you could just you and your folk can just leave.
Just collapse the tunnel behind us.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Are you collapsing the tunnel?
Yeah, absolutely. Bonsoir. You know what? Funny enough, if that's 6 of it, and I don't need to allocate the last one, I can use an ability instead called blink. Oh, I don't have to mark blood for that.
Or you can gain blood.
I will gain blood. Perfect. And then I'm going to use 2 bloods to get rid of my hand injury.
Great. You're just come here. Better.
Yeah, I just shove my hand down, rip out a heart, and then my hand just, yeah.
That was really tasty. Good job, everyone. All right. Well, where you come up out of is Saint Médard's church. Paris is lousy with churches. This is one of the more impressive examples of the form, with well-maintained stained glass windows, oak pews, and a grand central altarpiece. Because you are coming through tunnels, you make your way up into this church, and it is basically empty. But within moments, two infantry squads and a sniper team are bearing down on you. Your objective is to punch a hole in the attacking lines and get out of there. It is an objective of 8.
Okay.
You could stick around and try to kill him if you want. But got your 2 infantry squads, and then you got your snipers. There is, however, something that you can loot here, my dears, is called out. It is a particularly huge cross that gives you 2 extra dice to your brawl when you swing for the fences. I know Nicole's on a roll, but I'm gonna see what Chuck can do in the church.
I want that cross.
I thought you might. Go get it.
Okay, I'm gonna go get it. What do I?
Just rip it off the wall. Like,
all right, I'm gonna rip it off the wall. All right.
Like, I'm gonna let you just have it. You're just looting
Awesome.
it. It's and then
I'm gonna grab it and I'm just gonna come running down the aisle to hit the nearest Nazi.
Okay.
All right.
So you get 2 extra dice. They are okay.
Draw. Oof. That is a 1 success. I got a 5.
Or is it a flashback?
I think it is a flashback.
It's a flashback.
It's a flashback.
Beep 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 beep. I need to figure out. That's on page 38. Come back to me, page 38. Where are you? Oh, man, I was on it. Tiki tiki tiki. All right, here we go. Roll me a d6, please, and thank you.
5.
Well, you were stealing a cipher machine from a submarine. Okay.
Okay.
Which one of these folk in your group do you most want to look competent in front of?
After the Panzer incident, I think it's Nicole.
Okay, so you are not gonna let Nicole see you fail like this. What do you respect most about Nicole?
Probably all the gadgets, all the different weapons, and how well they're maintained. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So you flash back to stealing this cipher machine from a submarine. Was it docked? Like, set up the scene for me. Where were you when you were able to get it?
Yeah, I think it was docked. I think I got, probably came from underwater, I imagine
Sure.
we don't need to breathe, right? So
don't need to breathe.
Walk take the seaweed off my cowboy hat and walk up and have to sneak my way up to where it's guarded. I think that's how we set the scene.
All right.
The moon is out, reflecting on the sea. One lone guard smoking a cigarette.
All right. Well, how did you take him out? That's going to help you figure out how to wield this big cross.
I think I found an anchor.
Yes.
And I grab it and I was able to just and splash into the water as I swung for the fences.
Here's a question. Is it more of a golf swing or is it more of a baseball swing?
Baseball, I think.
Okay.
I think it's baseball.
All right. With that all in mind, re-roll everything, add 2 dice. Let's see what happens.
All right. Nice. Need more dice. Okay. Come on.
I believe in you.
All right. That's better. That is 4, 4, 5, 6. So it's a total of 5
way
successes.
better. Okay, so one of them they had rolled to attack back. So one of them is so now just 4. Sorry, only 4 successes.
Only 4. Oh, geez.
Only 4 this time. So you got your objective is 8 total. You're trying to punch a hole and get out. The snipers are 3. The infantry squads are 4 each.
Okay, I think I'm on the ground. It makes sense that I'm taking out an infantry.
Okay.
The infantry's on the ground. Yeah.
So you're just neutralizing one of those threats. Like you swung that big ass cross through all of them.
Yeah, just the whole.
Yeah.
Push them into the pews.
Yep. Well done. All right, and who's going next? Christian, you get to pick who goes next in here.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
That's okay.
Irina.
So seeing this line of Nazis in front of me, she kind of opens her jacket a bit, and we're in detective shows or movies. You usually see a gun. You just see like a small stick that's blue and has like some gold inlay on it. When she takes that out, it actually turns into her magic cavalry saber.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
And she's just gonna scream at the top of her lungs and run. And
I love it.
She's aiming for the heart to make it like a kebab sort of situation and be able to pull the heart back out on her.
Great. Well, they're going to try to resist that, but I don't feel good about it.
This a brawl, I would assume.
Brawl.
Yeah.
Plus your charge.
Come on. Be nice to me. I love life. That's 2 6s and a 5.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so they rolled 1. So it's going to be 4 successes instead of 5 successes. Your objective is 8. Your infantry squad is 4. You could neutralize that threat as well if you wanted to.
How many is it to neutralize the threat? Is it all that?
4. Yeah, all 4.
I'll take that.
Okay.
And just for flavor purposes, I still pull the heart out, but I won't gain the blood that I thought I would. Because that was going to be my thing, was I was just going to bite into a heart. But that's okay. Well, wait, it's still on my sword.
We'll wait.
It's a snack for later.
Yeah.
Yummy. Okay, so you still have to contend with the snipers, and you haven't done anything towards your objective yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nicole.
Are the snipers on an elevated sort of, like, are they like on a balcony or something?
They're shooting in from the building next door. You can see them.
Okay. Probably a bit far to toss a dynamite, would you say?
You're a vampire.
I'm going to attempt to toss the dynamite in a demolition way. I want to implode them into the top of the building.
Let's do it.
I'm going to baseball pitch, remembering the moment, watching Chuck do the thing with the cross. It was like with the anchor. And I'm going to baseball pitch this dynamite to the other building. So what is that? Shoots?
I think that's a shoot because of the how you're, yes. Shoot plus your dynamite.
8.
So that's 8. Okie dokie.
Cool. Do I have that many D6s out? Nope. It's okay.
Snipers have a bunch.
Not the greatest. Okay, geez. Only 2 successes. One of them is a 6.
Okay. So that counts as 3 successes.
Yeah, I'm going to use scavenger again and just maintain my 1 dynamite and roll a d6, and hopefully this could be my 3rd success. That's a 4. It is still a success, so I still have 3
successes. So that's gonna, you have options. They rolled 4 successes for attacking. So you can knock down some stuff. You could take, with your 3 successes, you could take them out as their threat, as a threat, but they would injure you very badly.
I'm going to knock down their attacks. I think it's
no, just knock down the attacks. Okay, so one gets through.
Cool.
You roll me a d6.
Well, that's 6.
6. Your hand again, right in the hand.
Yep.
Same hole. I don't know how they did it. Right in the same hole.
Yep.
Okay. And they're regrouping.
Just regenerated the hand.
I just did it.
I know.
All right. But I feel like maybe that probably made you pretty pissed off. So I'm going to let you go first this round.
Amazing. I'm going to do the same thing.
It's got to work this time.
I had another dynamite and I'm going to toss it at the snipers. A lot of twos. That's only 2 successes.
Any of them 6s?
None.
Okay.
So that's my last dynamite.
All right. So they got 4 successes. I think they're shooting you for 2, unless you want to try to do something else with those 2 successes. But that would, I mean,
otherwise they would shoot me for 2, or they shoot me for 4.
So the way it works is that if you take more than 3 points of damage, three damages, that you would get. I have a note about it. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, you end up marking 2 injuries.
Oof, I already have 2 injuries right now.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 4. If you take all 4 of them,
okay,
you're taken out of the scene.
I'm going to do the same thing. Put the 2 towards the attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So attack die. So still with 2, you still only roll 1d6.
Okay. That's a 4.
4. Just a graze.
Okay. If I had just a graze earlier on, what does that mean?
You didn't heal it?
No, I healed my hand injury.
Got it. So now you are bleeding out. So you would have to mark 1 blood the start of your next turn.
Ooh.
So you have to use a blood.
If I'm at 0 bloods, do I go negative?
If you're at 0 blood, we're going to have to roll for another injury.
Wait.
Unless one of your fellows who hasn't gone this round. Chuck and Arena haven't gone this round. If either of you have blood, you can share.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
As a free action, you can share your blood with him.
Do you very politely give the heart on your?
Yeah, I do. I literally just walk up to you and hold it out so you can eat it.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't with 1, unless it's 2. You
it is 2. I have 2.
Oh, I was gonna say I can give the other one too if you want to just one.
Whichever.
Yeah.
Would I be able to heal bleeding out, even not on my turn?
Yes.
Oh,
I'll give 1.
Merci. I love you all so much.
All right, I'm gonna let Arena go next then because she brought blood over first.
I think what I would like to do, we're in a church.
You are.
Can I just throw the pulpit?
Sure. Where are you throwing it? Are you trying to like create a way out for you or like cover?
Yes.
Got it.
I would like to find like the nearest window and just chuck it as hard as I can. So I know that there is an escape route. I'm not saying we can't say to kill all of them, but I am saying when push comes to shove, out the window.
I feel like this is a fix because you're trying to like fix the way out. I know this is a loose term. Yeah. We love you, Grant. I swear I'm doing the rules as best I can. Yeah, give me a fix.
That's a 6 and a 4.
Well, that's 3 successes.
Yeah. So
towards your objective, yeah?
Yeah, I was gonna say I just put them all towards objective.
All right, 5 left. Chuck. You're muted.
Sorry, we're trying to get out of here, right?
Trying to get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Can I?
The answer is almost certainly yes.
I want to, let's see. I'm trying to basically do something similar while giving us cover while running out. So I'm trying to like, can we go under you threw the pulpit, you broke open, right? Mm-hmm. Can I go grab the pulpit and use it? We can like all huddle underneath of it. So we have cover from up above of us.
Yeah. I think this can be a fix.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'll grab that. Maybe throw on. Let's see. There's got to be some like gold things around or
Sure.
stuff that I can like slap
Absolutely.
together, right?
So you're
I'll-
using your tool belt? Is that what I'm
Yeah.
hearing?
That is exactly what I'm doing.
All right. They're going to try to shoot at you, but you got 5. 5 dice.
All right. 4, 5, and 6.
It's 4 successes. 2 of them, I don't know how many injuries you have.
I have no injuries.
Okay, so do you want to? You would be rolling 1 die for an injury if you want. If you want to just, you can just take it, and then you could have all 4 of your successes towards your objective.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. Take it.
All right, so roll 1d6 for me.
That's a 6. I'm mauled again.
Rolled again. Same leg.
That leg.
Just rude.
Some difficulties.
So rude. You know what? When you were alive, it gave you trouble too. I don't understand.
Yeah, got that trick knee.
So 4 successes. That means you have only 1 left. One to your objective. The snipers are regrouping, moving around. There's maybe also snipers now on the other side of the building, surrounded you. And I feel like it makes sense for Chuck to go again because you're the one sort of orchestrating this move.
Yeah,
So I'm going to have you go first this round.
cool.
Are you doing?
They're way up on there, so I doubt the cross is going to do me much good. I mean, I'll see if I can, if while I'm doing it, pull out just one of the revolvers, right, and pop, pop, pop.
I love this
Decide,
so
why
much.
not? 1, 2, 3.
I rolled so many 1s that round, you guys.
2 6s.
Hey.
Okay, so here's the thing. That's 4 successes. Let me tell you what happens here. I rolled 3 successes, which would wipe it out and then also give you your 1 for your objective.
Amazing.
So you come barreling out and you fought your way all the way through Sector 3 into Sector 2. And as you come around the corner, duck into an alley to catch your breath, you realize that, like, there are way more Nazis in this sector than in the last sector. It is crawling. They're everywhere. But we'll do Sector 2 in the next episode. Don't worry, friends. There's so many more Nazis to kill. Let's take a minute. Let's do our moments of gratitude. First of all, I want to thank you guys for like just coming with me on this journey and like being patient with me as I was figuring out all the rules and how to do things. I always feel really lucky that people trust me enough to just be like, yeah, we'll do whatever. Let's Nazi kill them. Let's do it. So thank you so much for that.
Go ahead.
I was a big fan of the flashback scene where Nicole came to save me and was like, and I cut the garlic off your throat, and I was like, attention to detail, we love to see it. Also, the cigarettes being like all in your mouth and your nose to not smell garlic was fantastic.
So good. Covering it all up.
I just want to thank Irina for instilling terror in these Nazis, because we were killing, but really you were the only one that was instilling vampire terror that is much needed.
Thank you.
Feels like Irina is the kind of vampire that really like leans on how she looks as a vampire. Like, I am scary.
Yeah. I'm scary and I'm pretty, and one of those two things will make you stand still.
Terrifyingly beautiful.
Yeah. One of those things will work.
It's true.
Chuck, I love, or Christian, I love your creativity with everything that is like the fix mechanic, because it's not like, oh, shoot, and like the obvious things. So you have to get really creative, and I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, the escalators. I was like,
The escalators. Yes.
I loved. I could just like see your brain working all the time with different locations. You were like, okay, so there's escalators here. I got a thing just for that.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
I just had the Benny Hill theme and
just constantly playing
as the Nazis were falling down the escalator.
Oh God, I love it.
Just
where are we at? How's everybody's resources doing?
Not horribly.
I know you're out of dynamite, Nicole.
Yeah. I've used one of my cut down Lee Enfield, one firebomb, and one dynamite. Not too bad. I got pretty lucky.
Yeah. Well, you kept scavenging stuff. That was clutch.
Love that ability so much.
Yeah.
I'm a little low. I've got 2 revolver slots left and 1 tool belt, but
yeah,
that's okay.
It's interesting. The sapper ability says, like, when use explosive special, reduce an objective or threats challenged by 1. But to activate that ability, I have to use my 6's double to take 1 off. So it just does the same thing as if I didn't activate it. Unless I'm understanding it wrong.
I don't know. Let me before the next time, let me do a deeper dive into the book again and see if maybe those are free. Maybe it's like that but I'll take a look. Also, I think everybody gets in 1 advancement.
Ooh.
Sweet.
And pick whichever one you want.
What does filth do?
Filth?
Yeah.
Where
I have an ability possibly called Rat Swarm. Mark blood to summon a swarm of rats under your control ++ if filth.
Oh, just like if it's dirty and gross.
Sick. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. You should add 2 extra dice if it's disgusting. Blah. I mean, it's probably pretty easy to be disgusting.
Yeah.
Paris in the 40s was pretty dirty, and you guys are vampires. You're kind of gross.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take Feed on Fear because I get hit a lot, and I just want to nom nom.
Nom nom nom.
I feel like this one was made for me, so it's what I will have to take.
Okay.
Mantle of the Fell Beast. Mark 2 blood. Brawl and Terrify become 4. All other stats are set to 1, and you cannot use items. This will last until the objective is completed.
Whoa! You just become a big, scary killing machine until you've gotten to your objective. That's wild.
With the 2 things that Irina really likes to do.
She loves it. All right. And Chuck, did you pick one?
I'm going to take elbow grease because why not? When I roll up my sleeves and take an objective single-handedly with the fixed skill, gain special, I reduce the objective's rating by 4.
Whoa. That's really impressive. Okay. I mean, some places objectives rating is just like 6. So like that's like
yeah.
All right. Great. I love it. As a spoiler for upcoming events, the closer you get to the middle of the city, the more that there are going to be what they call Ubermenschen, which are like the big scary creatures on the Nazi side. So some of them are very bad, like threat level 10 and 12 kind of things. The highest threat level that you faced today was a 6. So things get hairy in the center there. I would love to tell everybody where they can find all of y'all's exploits on the internet. Hey, Christian.
Yeah.
I know you got a big cool thing coming up.
I do have a big cool thing coming up. So as I mentioned earlier, I run Rough Magic. We are a collection of game masters. We run a tabletop role-playing and just role-playing games all over the place. We have a really cool event coming up on October 20th and 21st. So if you are in or around Chicago, if you're in Chicagoland, we are doing an immersive fantasy food and gaming experience where it is an original tabletop role-playing game. So with a very immersive theatrical experience with professional actors and game masters and a 5-course meal in a speakeasy restaurant. So there's a hidden location that is not revealed until the week before the actual event. It is super bougie and really cool, and the food is going to be so good. It is themed to the adventure, so it will hopefully tell the story just as much as our actors and game masters, which is pretty cool. So tickets are officially on sale, and we have already sold 3 tables. So tickets are moving fast. So if you get them, please go to roughmagicgames.com. You can find us there. I think you can go to our upcoming events page. And I think that's just roughmagicgames.com /upcoming or /upcoming events.
That's right. Also, Christian and I both contributed to the writing of this event.
Yes.
So
yeah, Sarah did most of the writing. I'm doing the show. I'm doing more of the show running, although I did get to write a cool puppet show, which gets to do a bunch of cool lore. Because we have actors live, so we get to have them do a bunch of fun things.
Yeah. One of my favorite bits that I contributed was they said to me, hey, we need to have a reason as to why GMs are here. And so I was like, and I came up with a whole lore of that there are certain people that are born with the ability to see the tapestry of your choices. They don't ever get to like sort of like the muses and sort of like the 3 muses, right? Like in Greek mythology, they can see all the choices, they can see how the threads go together, but they cannot affect them at all. And so they can just lay it out for you.
The fates.
What happens. That's the one. Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and they have like if you're watching this and you buy a ticket to the event, all of the game masters, they're called weavers, and they all have a W that is going to be marked on the inside of their wrist. So like, heads up, spoilers, go check it out. Okay. Tell us if you bought tickets. I can't be there. I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm very sad, but also not. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Mel, where can we find you? What do you have coming up?
Hi. So on the social media, you can find me at Moxie Blue, MOXXIEBLUE. I put everything that I'm doing up there. My soonest things coming up is on Tuesdays at 8:30 Eastern. You can find me on Eric Frankhouse Presents over on YouTube. We're playing Blade Runner right now. And I play a huge tech genius, and she's awesome. We also just announced I will be in the GM seat again for a Call of Cthulhu game called Life of the Party. And the casting stuff is going to come out in the next week or so. But I'm super excited about it. It's my first time running Call of Cthulhu, and I'm ready to be a keeper. I'm so excited. And then I am the community engagement manager for In December for Femme Gamer Party. And I am talking to a bunch of indie creators right now. If you're an indie creator and want to talk to me about giveaways or playing a game or being a GM or any of the above, hit me up on literally any social media and I will get back to you about that. But I'm super excited. In December is one of my favorite times of the year. I've been a part of it since its beginning, and I was asked to help in a bigger way this year. So
that's so rad. Congrats, man.
Really, thank you. Oh, and I just got cast on a podcast that I am allowed to say out loud now. That is the Hazards and Hijinks podcast. They were a Twitch channel and have decided to switch over to podcast form. And I'm coming back to play Cupcake. And I'm very excited. She makes bombs and they look like baked goods. And I'm pumped.
Yes.
I think that's all I do. I'm pretty sure.
Well, if you miss something, like everybody there's always go to her socials. Right. Yeah, and she's gonna be back. I promise.
I do put everything on there when I remember to, I swear.
All right. Matt.
Hi. I'm the playmat. I play stuff. No, I do a lot of world building and actual play stuff over at twitch.tv/theplaymat. I'm also a professional game master. I got a website, theplaymatdm.com, and I have a big event coming up next Tuesday, October 10th at 11 a.m. I'm going to go live for well over 12 hours, and I'm running 2 one-shots as a part of my 3-year stream anniversary over on Twitch. It's going to be a little bit of a fundraiser to help me get to Ren Fair in Maryland. It's my first time going to a Ren Fair, so
Awesome.
I'm very excited. Yeah, Sarah's going to be a player on it in the evening game.
I'm gonna
with
play
AJ.
a rogue.
Oh, I'm so excited. We've got Sarah as a rogue. We've got AJ Winters. We've got Rob Hartley GM in that game. Possibly a 4th. We'll see what happens. But for now, those 3 amazing players. And during the afternoon, there is Dead Aussie Gamer, who's going to be in that, who is waking up super early to join us. I'm so stoked. And my friends Jillian Foxglove and Little Tungsta that I got to play 90 hours of nonstop D&D in a week with. So it's going to be a good time. I'm excited. Check it out.
Matt, babe, that's so many hours, though.
It's cool.
It's
totally fine.
That's fine.
Super,
Totally fine.
super cool.
Good.
Happy early stream anniversary.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make sure that on that evening, in order for us to play, that I can't get it to you, but I'm gonna have cake.
Enjoy the cake. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have cake.
Yeah.
It's not just because I want cake, because I do always want cake, but
You
it is
deserve
going to be cake for you.
Perfect.
And then if you can get to a convention that I am at,
Mm-hmm.
I will bring you cake.
You'll make me cake?
I will make you cake.
You'll
I
make me vegan cake?
I could make vegan cake.
Okay.
Could do challenge
Gen Con next year.
accepted.
Gen Con next year. Let's
I
do
have
it.
so much time.
Yes.
So much
Yeah.
time.
Perfect.
Aren't we trying to get you to come down to GaryCon? Haven't we poked at you enough times?
When
to
is
get you
when
to-
is
yeah.
Gary Con?
It's in March.
Should come to Gary Con.
Ooh, depending when. Where is it?
It's in Lake Geneva,
Geneva.
Wisconsin. It's even closer to you, babe.
Closer.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Well, yeah, well, we'll see. I'm also being asked to go to MagFest.
Where's that?
I think it's in DC. I don't know. I'm Canadian. Going to America a lot these
In
days.
America somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. Everybody at home, tell the playmat that he should come be where I am, because we would make great content together.
For that. Mhm.
All right. Well, yeah. Hey, friends, I'm so jazzed that you are here and that we are going to do this at least one more time, probably 2 more times until Hitler's dead, because that guy sucks.
Mhm.
So
Rip his little mustache off his face.
right off of
Mhm.
and maybe also his face. Maybe also rip his face off.
I'm
Whatever
with me.
works. All right. Perfect. So thank you for being here. I would like to thank my team over at Gen Con TV, who is Tanel Levitt, who does all of my adorable little thumbnails, and Marcus Mays, who is our tech, who keeps everything running, and Peter Atkinson, who for some reason trusts me to do all of this. Thank you for just letting me go. It's like you just like wind me up and then just like something's gonna happen. I don't know. Thank you to Grant Howitt and Will Kirkby for making this gorgeous, and I mean that in every sense of the word, game. Thank you to my personal tech support and partner, Jeff Moore, for trying to edit this into something delightful and keep me a sane human being.
Mhm.
He has his hands full. And thank you to everybody watching at home. Let's see, what do I have coming up? I mean, more of this. I have some Badge Quest happening, which is a game where you get to play a Girl Scout troop fighting cryptids, which is pretty cool. I also have another episode of my recurring series Retrograde, another Grant Howitt special, with Becca Godsey and Patrick Keefe, and they keep waking up in situations and they have no memories, but their memories come back over time throughout play, which is very fun. We're going to do a 4th episode of that coming up. And I don't know, if you made a game and you want it to be here on this show, send it to me. I'm at Pixies and Pins all over the internet. So do that. Yeah. And as always, keep making art and keep being art. We'll see you next time.